In the world of Dungeons and Dragons, there are wizards, and then there are wizards who take lifelong learning a little too seriously. Hi friends, this is Betty Rage, and you're watching Lashes and Lore, the show where I spill the tea on some nerdy lore and do my makeup at the same time. And quite honestly, I'm not really great at either one of these things, but here we are, so let's get into it. So today, we meet the Lich, a spellcaster that is so obsessed with immortality that they willingly turn themselves into a rotting, soul-trapping horror just to keep going. Because nothing says, I fear death, quite like shoving your own soul into a cursed trinket and hoping for the best. Imagine an undead wizard with centuries of power, an army of mindless minions, and exactly zero concern about their skincare routine. But hey, when you're immortal, I guess who cares about wrinkles? So what exactly is a lich? In the simplest of terms, it's what happens when a wizard takes one look at the concept of death and says, nah, I'll pass. A lich is a powerful spellcaster who achieves immortality through undeath. And unlike zombies or skeletons, they keep their power, their intelligence, and their bad attitude. And they aren't just hard to kill, they're practically impossible to get rid of, thanks to a little thing called their phylactery. Hold up, what was that word that you just said? Yeah, it's a phylactery. A phylactery, a magical object where the lich stores its soul. And as long as the phylactery exists, the lich can regenerate no matter how many times you blast them into oblivion with radiant damage. And I mean, if you do destroy a lich without breaking their or destroying their phylactery, congratulations. You just gave them an inconvenient timeout for the time being. And they'll be back in a few days, madder than ever. So let's get into a little bit of the history. Liches didn't start with D&D. They've got roots, and those roots stretch deep into real-world mythology. In folklore, a lich was a sorcerer who achieved undeath through dark magic, refusing to move on into the afterlife. Early versions of liches appear in literature, like in Clark Ashton Smith's 1934 story, The Empire of Necromancers, where two sorcerers raise an entire kingdom of undead. The lich first appeared in Dungeons and Dragons in the 1975 Greyhawk supplement by Gary Gygax. And the lich was one of the first monsters with a detailed backstory. A powerful wizard who voluntarily becomes undead through dark rituals. And since then, the lich has become one of the most iconic and feared creatures in Dungeons and Dragons. From Vecna to Acererak, liches have cemented themselves as final boss material in countless campaigns. So, from their humble beginnings of skeleton wizards to the complex masterminds that they are today, liches have come a long way. But one thing has always remained. They are always scheming and nearly impossible to kill. So I know you're asking yourself, how do I become a lich? Well, I'm glad you asked, because here's your 3-step guide to becoming a lich. However, this is the part where I say disclaimer, I don't really recommend this. Okay, step 1, craft a phylactery. You will need an object to trap your soul in, and it should be durable, hidden, and preferably something that you misplace easily. Because good luck explaining to your minions that you left your soul in the tavern bathroom. I had a thought on this. What would I use as a phylactery? My backup chapstick. You know, there's always that one backup that you always have. No matter what, you always lose the main chapstick, and then the backup chapstick is just always there. Like a best friend. That's the best phylactery in my opinion. Step 2. Brew the elixir of lichdom. The recipe? Horrifying. Rumors say that it involves rare herbs, dragon's blood, and the essence of undeath. And once you drink it, instant death. But don't worry, you'll get better. Step 3, rise from the grave. Now, assuming that you did not mess up steps 1 and 2, you wake up as a fresh, new, undead wizard with limitless time to perfect your magic, and possibly some time to ruin adventurers' lives. And bang, boom, congratulations. You are now a walking nightmare with an eternity of unfinished side projects. And now that brings us to the Undead Hall of Fame. Not all liches are created equal. Some of them are so infamous that they've been haunting adventurers for generations. So let's familiarize ourselves with a few of the worst offenders. First up, we have the goat of all liches. That's right, Vecna. Vecna started as a mortal, became a lich, and then became a god. And if you've heard of the eye and hand of Vecna, congratulations. You already know why he's terrifying. Another reason why Vecna is one of the more popular liches from Dungeons and Dragons is because of pop culture influences like Stranger Things and Critical Role. We love to see it. We love to see it in pop culture. Coming in at a close second is Acererak. This is the architect of the Tomb of Horrors. This lich's entire personality is deadly escape room designer, and I really respect that level of commitment. And our third and final notable lich today is SASS. If I said that wrong, please don't come for me, okay? I am terrible with pronouncing things. Okay. Tam was a lich who rules over an entire nation. He's what happens when you give necromancers a political agenda and let them run wild. I'll let you make your own Congress jokes there. So how would you kill a lich in game? Well, it's not as easy as it sounds, and honestly, I'm not really sure it sounds easy. Let's say you're a hero and you want to take down the lich. Step 1, good luck. You need to find and destroy the lich's phylactery. You know, the thing we talked about earlier where they store their soul and it has to be taken care of and hidden and durable. All those things, chapstick. Backup chapstick. You have a ridiculous magical defense. And even if you win fighting the lich, if you miss the phylactery, they will come back every time. Like that next door neighbor that just doesn't get the hint that just because I'm sat on my porch doesn't mean that's an invitation for you to come over. I digress. And honestly, fighting a lich without some kind of amazing plan is like going into a boss battle without any potions. It is technically possible, but you will possibly regret it. I have a joke for you. Why did the lich start a makeup tutorial channel? Because their contour game is literally bone deep. Please don't turn it off. I'll stop. Here's today's final look. I'm ready for the day. Emerald Eye for a shout out to, well, demi-liches. We can go over them some other time if you'd like. So, to recap, liches are obsessive, power-hungry necromancers who put their souls in magical little horcruxes and refuse to die. They're smart, they're dangerous, and impossible to get rid of. Like that one friend from high school who's always in your DMs trying to sell you something. I'm Betty Rage, and this is Lashes and Lore. But what if a villain wasn't just one powerful being? What if they were a 5-headed dragon goddess with an entire plane of hell at her disposal? Queen. Next time on Lashes and Lore, we will meet Tiamat, the ultimate multitasking evil queen. She's got 5 heads, a fiery temper, and a fan base bigger than most rock stars. You won't want to miss this one. I'm Betty Rage. This is Lashes and Lore. Take care of each other, make good choices, and as always, free mom hugs from me to you. Bye.